learn about the intestine. In this specimen, you can see the center part, there is a small intestine and the outer part is large intestine. Now the small intestine consists of three parts, duodenum, jejunum and ileum. The first part, duodenum, is 25 cm long and it is not suspended by any peritoneal fold. It is retroperitoneal organ, but the jejunum and ileum both are intraperitoneal organ and these are suspended by the mesentery, which is a peritoneal fold. Suspend the jejunum and ileum from the posterior abdominal wall. That's why the first part is fixed part, the duodenum is fixed and the jejunum and ileum both are mobile in nature. The small intestine basically responsible for the absorption and digestion of the food. Because of its function, the surface area of the mucosa is increased by the presence of plica circularis, villi and microvilli. These three structures increase the surface area of mucosa for better absorption and digestion of the food. These are the coils of jejunum and the ileum. We cut the small intestine at the duodenojejunal flexure. So the duodenum is not visible in this specimen. These are the coils of jejunum. Actually, the jejunum is 2/5 part of the small intestine and the ileum is 3/5 part of the small intestine. Here you can see the small intestine is highly folded to accommodate in the abdomen, and the small intestine are suspended from the posterior abdominal wall via a peritoneal fold is known as mesentery. Mesentery consists of two borders. One is the attached border that is attached to the posterior abdominal wall, also known as the root. And second is the free border that contain the jejunum and ileum. So this border is known as the intestinal border. In this specimen, you can see here the root of mesentery. This part of the mesentery attached to the posterior abdominal wall, and the length of the root of mesentery is 10 cm only. As we know, the root is only 10 cm long and the small intestine is 6 meter. So because of this, the small intestine is highly folded to occupy in the mesentery. This is the root of mesentery, and root of mesentery extend from the duodenojejunal flexure to the ileocolic junction, and the bony extension is from the left side of the second lumbar vertebrae to the right sacroiliac joint. As we know, the small intestine is developed from the midgut. So the arterial supply to the small intestine is the artery of the midgut, which is the superior mesenteric artery. The superior mesenteric artery enters into the mesentery and then it arranges into the arterial arcade. And then from the arterial arcade, the straight vessels arise which supply the, here you can see the straight vessels. These straight vessels are known as the vasa recta to supply the intestine. This is the root of mesentery, and this portion is the free or the intestinal border of the mesentery. The mesentery contain the blood vessels, also contain the fat. Here you can see fat is present in the large amount within the mesentery, and also the lymphatics. Now come to the differences between the jejunum upper 2/5 part and the ileum, which is the lower 3/5 part of the small intestine. So here you can see this is the jejunum and this is the cut section of jejunum. As we already know, the mucosa is thrown into the fold, circular fold, and this circular fold is known as plica circularis, and it is responsible for the larger surface area of the mucosa. Here in the jejunum, you can see the plica circularis are larger and closely arranged in the jejunum, but in the ileum, this is the cut section of ileum. Here you can see the circular fold are smaller and sparsely arranged, but in case of jejunum, folds are arranged closely. Wall of jejunum are thicker and lumen is wider, but the wall of ileum is thin as compared to the jejunum, and the lumen is smaller. Here you can see the difference between the luminal structure of the jejunum and ileum. Lumen is smaller and wall are thinner as compared to the jejunum. In this picture you can see this is the jejunum and this one is the ileum. The superior mesenteric artery supplied both the ileum and the jejunum by forming the arterial arcade, and then arterial arcade gives a straight branch to supply the jejunum and ileum. These branches are known as the vasa recta. Recta means straight. The straight vessels are known as the vasa recta. The main difference between the jejunum and ileum is the arterial arcade are fewer in number, 1 or 2 rows in case of the jejunum, but in case of ileum 3 or 4 rows or 5 rows of arterial arcade. Vasa recta are longer in case of the jejunum and shorter in case of the ileum. And as we know, in the mesentery there is presence of fat, but in case of the jejunum there is less fat. In case of the ileum, the fat are more in amount. That's why in the jejunum between the vasa recta, because of presence of the less fat, we can see the transparent window like structure that is known as the peritoneal window, because of the less number of fat in the jejunum. But in case of ileum, more fat is present, so the peritoneal window are opaque or there is no visual window in the ileum. In this picture you can also see the interior of the jejunum and the ileum. Plica circularis are closely arranged and larger in case of the jejunum. Plica circularis are sparsely arranged and smaller as compared to the jejunum, and there is lymphatic nodes are present in less number, but in case of ileum the solitary node aggregate and forms large oval shaped lymphatic follicle that is known as Peyer's patches, and the Peyer's patches are present in the distal part of ileum in the large number. So this is the basic difference between the jejunum and the ileum. Here you can see the vasa recta, and between the vasa recta you can see the transparent window in the jejunum because of less number of fat. Here you can see the arterial arcade and vasa recta, and between the vasa recta you can see the transparent peritoneal window in the jejunum because of less amount of fat, but in case of ileum window are opaque. So this is all about the difference between the jejunum and the ileum. Thank you.